Hi, my name is VLADA. I grew up on a large farm in a very small European village. There, my family grew pretty much all our foods, everything except coffee and vanilla. Today, I'm on a mission to bring these old world cooking skills onto young families, especially children, to help them eat and live healthier.
Welcome to Cooking and Kids. My name is VLADA.
Together with my son Marco and daughter Michaela, I'm on a mission to teach American families how to cook and eat healthy.
Watch out, junk food, because here we come. Come and join us as we create new recipes and learn old world cooking skills. This show is for all of you young cooks and gardeners. So let's get it done and let's have some fun.
Today's episode is all about sweets. Mickey and I will show you how to bake sweets like our grandmothers used to do, using all natural ingredients. There's a much debate about sugar these days. For as far as I'm concerned, I think sugar is here to stay. The only thing that we can influence is how much of it and how we incorporate it into our diet. My grandmother was an amazing baker, and I enjoyed her desserts so much. Today I have 2 children, and I don't want to deprive them of treats, so what I try to do is to keep our desserts as natural as possible.
Today's recipe is made using some of the simplest ingredients. We're going to use eggs, flour, sugar, cream cheese, and butter, and some vanilla.
And let's not forget some lemons too. We're going to add a bunch of lemons into that too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Are you ready to start?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, me too. The lemons we're picking today are coming straight from our trees. They are organic all the way. We got so many ripening and others they're just blooming. You should smell this, and if you come closer you can hear the bees buzzing. I love that sound. We love them so much we have over 100 lemon trees. The next ingredients are fresh eggs. So let's go to chicken coop. Fresh eggs are key to this recipe. Growing chickens, it's fun. And they're great not just for their healthy eggs, but they're also great for eating leftovers and keeping us pest-free. The last ingredient is fresh mint. This too is super easy to grow, to the point that once you plant it, you almost can't get rid of it. All right, we are now ready to go and bake our cake. We're going to start a recipe with 6 eggs. Mickey will separate egg yolk from egg whites, and then we're going to whip the egg whites. While she does that, I have 3 baking pans ready here. I got them oiled in just a regular canola oil. Butter works even better. For those of you who have spray oil, that's fine, you can use that too. And as you see, I'm not using any baking sheets, because I guess I'm just old-fashioned. So these are ready. All right, once we have the oil in, I'm just going to add a little bit of flour. Shake it all around. Make sure you get some of this flour on the walls of the baking dish. So I'm doing this ahead of time so I can be ready for Mickey when she is done with her cake mixture. And the cake mixture that we're making is so simple, and I would like you to learn this recipe. So next time when you bake cakes, you stay away from those cake boxes. Okay, one more. We're using just a plain flour. Any flour will do. Any oil will do. And if you want to use butter, as I said, you can go ahead and use butter too. Okay, I'm ready for you, girl. So you go ahead and whip it. Yes. We're getting to perfect consistency. The egg whites are hard enough, and for those of you who are doing this for the first time, the important thing is that egg whites will remain on a whisk, and if you see, you can't really spill them out. That means they're nice and ready for sugar. Mickey, you hold that. And since we have 6 egg whites, we're going to go with 6 teaspoons of sugar.
Tablespoons.
Oh, thank you, Mickey. Okay, see, mothers, you know, sometimes it's good to have a young and fresh brain next to us. How many did I add? Did you count?
No. I think this is the 4th one.
I think it was the 5th. You go with 6 teaspoons. Did you hear me? Okay, whip it, girl. Before you add egg yolks, make sure that sugar is really well incorporated into the egg whites. So, Mickey, I'm going to go ahead and keep this going while you add egg whites, and you just add one by one, okay? Ready? Let's go. One by one, very slowly. Okay. Go ahead. Give me one more. Okay, let it all kind of drip into the cake mix. Excellent. Thank you. Okay, take that to the sink. Thank you. Look how beautiful this is. It is gorgeous. Just the color and the texture looks amazing. And cake mixes should really be made with the simplest ingredients. And so the only thing that's missing here now is just a little bit of flour. Nikki, would you please? Thanks, honey. All right, we are replacing the electrical mixer with just a plain whisk. And the reason why is because we want to incorporate, where's my girl? We want to incorporate flour gently into this egg whites, because what will happen if we go really rough?
It won't be as airy, fluffy.
Exactly, exactly. So let's see if you know how to do it. Remember, Mama used to tell you, just roll it in, roll it in. And while you do that, I'm going to go ahead and add some flour. Okay, you count this time, okay? Because I don't want to make a mistake again, right? Okay, 2. Is everybody counting with us? 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, that should do. And that's pretty much all the science to making a cake mixture. I'm thinking maybe just adding a little bit of vanilla. What do you think? This is natural vanilla, so we need only but, oops, what do you think we got there? A 1/4 teaspoon? Okay, can I finish that for you? Okay, thank you. Great. 6 eggs, 6 tablespoons of sugar, and 6 tablespoons of flour. Touch of vanilla, and you got yourself an old-fashioned cake mix. And this is how all the baking back home started. We never had a box to open and start either brownies or cookies or anything. So we really have to start from scratch, not just from the scratch ingredients, but even further, we will have to raise our own wheat to have a flour, our own beets to have a sugar, chickens, of course, for eggs, and cows for cheese and milk. So really, I grew up growing all of my food, all but vanilla and cinnamon. These things we had to buy. And coffee, of course. We couldn't grow coffee.
Going out to coffee.
I know. Although, you know what? People figured out how to make a coffee using, there was a particular seed. and the coffee was so expensive at some time that they figured out how to make coffee with this seed. They roasted, grind it, and they made coffee. It was really bad, but anyway, they made an attempt.
Just eaten apples. Apples are more efficient at waking you up in the morning than coffee is.
That might work for you, but I don't think that quite works for grown-ups. Okay.
They're more efficient than a coffee is.
Is that what they say?
Yeah, more effective.
More effective to wake you up?
Yeah, in the morning than coffee is.
How many of you grown-ups out there believe such a thing?
It was a fact in art class.
It was?
Yeah.
Well, we should try it. Growing fruit trees, it's so simple and easy and very inexpensive. If you have a piece of land where you can grow a palm tree, you can definitely grow a fruit tree. And the rewards for growing it are priceless. From the blossom to watching it how it grows to having a fresh and organic fruit, there's so many reasons you and your family should consider planting at least one fruit tree. And these are apricots. Apricot tree is not the most giving tree compared to the peaches, but there's always enough for our family and friends. We're gonna have a lot of peaches this year. Look at this baby. All right, so now we're gonna just pour the mixture in the 3 different baking sheets. Mickey's gonna try to give us an equal amount in each. And while she does that, I'm just gonna spread out the mixture. This is just one thing that came to my mind this moment. We could have used some of the lemon shavings in this mixture. That would have been so much better. You know, but it's not too late. We can still sprinkle some of those shavings on top. What do you think? Let's do it. Okay, our oven is on 350, and these will go in for maybe about not even 10 minutes. They're very thin. There's not very much to cook. Lower shelf.
All 3 of them?
All 3 of them, So let's finish up this recipe. The next step is making the frosting. And this kind of frosting you can use for this cake or any other cakes that you make. So Mickey will show you how simple it is to make them.
We're gonna go with 2 sticks of butter.
All right, and we're using a room temperature butter, which is very important. Now the butter is whipped. We're gonna add a cup of a powdered sugar. Now Mickey, this is gonna fly all over the place if you start too fast. So go on slowly. Yes, just gonna go first like this tab. There you go. Okay, while you do that, I'm gonna squeeze some lemons. So let's just do this.
Can I go again?
Yes, let me just share a little trick. You all know why we squeeze lemons, right? To release the juices from inside. And these, look how rich they are. Look how greasy they are. You guys heard about the lemon oil, and you think, how can a lemon have an oil, right? If you can bring your camera close by, look at this stain, the oily stain that lemon left. Look at this. So if the lemons are ripe, look how much oil is coming out of this thing. Unbelievable. And this is not juice, this is pure oil. Neat. And it smells heavenly, just heavenly. Okay, back to recipe. Okay, Mickey. Okay, the next step is the lemon juice. So these lemons, when I buy lemons, I usually end up using 2 to 3 lemons, but these lemons are so juicy, I think we might be good with just 1 and a half. Okay? All right, would you check the cake mix? The cakes? We do need to strain the lemon juice, and this is probably more than I need. I say we don't need, maybe 1/3 of a cup? All right. Let's get some space here.
Stop.
Good.
Stop.
These lemons are really, really juicy. Okay, and now whip whip it again. I'm also going to add a little bit of vanilla. Okay, our cakes are ready. You can tell that they're ready because they're separating from the edge of the baking pan, and the texture, the middle part, it's nice and firm. Not too firm, just firm enough. And now let's check the time. Turn the oven off. So altogether, it took about 13 minutes to get them cooked. And the last ingredient is the cream cheese. We're going with 8 ounces of cream cheese. Go fast, the highest speed and the fast hand. There you go. Now we're looking good. You want to try it? I'll whip it. Huh? I say you put a little bit more lemon juice. So now that frosting is done, the next step is to whip some real whipped cream. Whipped cream is not necessary, but I like to use it just to add a little more fluffiness to this cake. So it's very simple. We're going to use half a cup of sugar and 1 container of heavy whipping cream. And I'm going to go clean these for you and get you to work on the whipped cream. And in the meantime, our cake is getting cool. Most people think that I cook because I love to cook, but the truth is that I cook because I want to provide the best nourishment for those who I love. So I